Hey guys, ThatGuyDan here, and today I am doing a video in collaboration with FMScout, and as you can see it's a Football Manager 2015 experiment with Karim Benzema at Manchester United. Obviously over the last few weeks he has been linked quite heavily with a potential £40 million move, and obviously David De Gea potentially going in the opposite direction. So I thought it'd be quite nice to see, obviously put him in the United squad and see exactly how himself and obviously Manchester United get on. So as you can see, he's worth 33.5 million on 235k a week and got some pretty solid stats all round. Obviously his finishing, dribbling and first touch pretty much being his standout stats. What I'm basically going to do, guys, I'm sure you probably know how it works by now. Probably going to go forward around 3 seasons in this one, and what I will do now is go to the end of the 2014-2015 season and we'll see exactly how Benzema and obviously Manchester United got on. So I'll see you in a second, guys. And we're back, guys, and as you can see the date is now the 1st of June 2015, so it's just at the end of season 1. First of all, let's get into the Premier League and see exactly how Manchester United managed to get on, obviously with Benzema in the team. Right guys, so there we go, obviously a really good season for the actual club itself, managing to win the league, so obviously Benzema would have had a big part to play in that. Let's get straight into it and see exactly how the player himself. So there we go, as I can see, in terms of his value, it has pretty much stayed around the same as what it was. Obviously contract still the same. His stats haven't really improved either, which is a bit of a shame, but in terms of his actual goal scoring record, as you can see, it's pretty decent. 14 in 33, 9 assists, 2 player of the matches and an average rating of 7.10, which is not too bad all around. Just gonna have a quick look at the other strikers obviously in the Manchester United squad as well, just to see exactly how Benzema did fare against them. So first off, we've obviously got Falcao, who he had 25 games with 18 goals with a 7.77 rating, so a bit of a better goal scoring record and obviously a better average rating as well. We've then got Wayne Rooney with 25 appearances and 13 goals and a 7.56 average rating. And then Robin van Persie looks as if obviously he was the 4th choice striker with only the 5 appearances, which is very surprising. 2 goals and a 7.40 average rating. So it looks as if Benzema and Falcao were the main two, obviously main two getting the most game time for the club, and they've both had a pretty solid season all round. I'm just going to quickly go into the fixtures and see how they managed to get on in the cups as well. So pretty poor in the FA Cup, to be honest, guys. Obviously losing in the 5th round away to Leicester 2-0. They probably would have expected to do a little bit better than that. And then in terms of the Capital One Cup, again another disappointing performance. This time going out at home in the 3rd round, 3-1 to Swansea. So again another disappointing performance in the cups, but obviously winning the league and getting back into the Champions League being the main thing. So what I'll do now, guys, we're going to go forward another season, obviously for the 2015-2016 season, and see again how they managed to get on. So I'll catch you in a moment. So I'm back, guys. Obviously, as you can see, the date is now the 1st of June 2016. So now at the end of season 2, obviously Manchester United and Benzema will be looking to retain the Premier League title this year. So let's get straight into it. Obviously I haven't actually seen it yet myself. See exactly how he's got on. Just in terms of his actual obviously stats, he pretty much stayed the same, not going down, not really improving either. His value has dropped slightly, which is probably what you would expect, obviously the older that he gets. In terms of his career stats, so this season he's played the 25 games, so obviously he has dropped slightly on last year, getting the 9 goals with only the 1 assist and a 7.08 average rating. So pretty solid in terms of his rating wise. Obviously his goal record is not the best, it could be improved on. It's nearly his lowest, or certainly in recent years anyway, it's obviously his lowest goal scoring tally. In terms of obviously Manchester United themselves, so there we go, they've done really well in the league again, winning it for a 2nd consecutive year. So obviously he is having a big part to play in that, which is nice to see. Again, we're going to look at basically how the other strikers got on in terms of their performances to see how Benzema sort of compares with them. So they did bring Falcao in on a permanent deal. Obviously he played 28 games this year, so a few more than last year, scoring 18 goals with a 7.55 rating. So again, it looks as if he was sort of the main man up front. Robin van Persie, he again this year only the 13 games, 6 goals and a 7.16 rating. And then last but not least, we'll obviously have a look at Wayne Rooney. There he is, and just see exactly how he compares. So he's got the 21 games, only the 1 goal, perhaps played in midfield. So again, it looks as if Benzema and Falcao were the main 2 men up front, and he has done relatively well. But again, we'll have a look into the schedule and see how they got on in the 2 cups. So in the FA Cup, guys, again for the second season in a row, disappointing. Going out in the fourth round, this time at home to Reading, which is a game you obviously really would expect them to win. And then in terms of the Capital One Cup, again going out to Arsenal this time in the fourth round, so the same stage as last year, losing 1-0 at the Emirates. And then obviously first time being back in the Champions League after a season's absence. Looks as if they've done pretty well. They've actually got all the way to the final, but getting beat 3-2 to a 93rd minute winner from Juventus as well. But obviously it looks as if they've had a good season all round. Benzema getting a start in the final as well, which is very nice to see. So I'm going to go forward with just the one more season, guys, obviously to the 2016-2017 season, and we'll see exactly how he's got on. So guys, as you can see, we're now at the end of the third season, obviously 2016-17, so it's time to get straight back into it and see exactly how he has got on this year. So there we go, guys. It's obviously 29 now, getting towards the 30 mark. His stats still look exactly the same, so he's not decreasing, which is nice to see. His value has gone up slightly as well, which means he must have had a fairly decent year. But getting straight into that, so he's made 24 appearances this season with 13 goals, 2 assists, 1 player of the match, and a 7.26 average rating. So he's had the highest average rating that he's had over the 3 seasons at United, which is obviously really good to see. And we'll have a look in terms of obviously in terms of the club itself and see how they managed to get on in the league. And as you can see, so they've managed to retain it again for the 3rd year running. So he's obviously having a big impact there in terms of the league form, obviously winning 3 titles in a row. Just going to have a quick check as well again, just to see basically how he compares obviously to the other strikers at the club. So Falcao looks as if once again them two were the main men up front. He played 33 games, obviously 26 goals and a 7.88 rating. Rooney being deployed, I think more in a midfield role this season, but he managed 25 appearances with the 3 goals, and it looks as if as well they have actually shipped out Robin van Persie. But we'll take a quick look at Javier Hernandez. So he made the 11 appearances with the 1 goal, but it looks as if it is pretty much between obviously Benzema and Falcao now for that first team slot. And we'll quickly get into the schedule and see how they got on in the cup competitions. So in the FA Cup, guys, another disappointing year really. This time going out in the 5th round, again at the Emirates. Alexis Sanchez with the only goal. In terms of the Capital One Cup, much better year. Obviously managing to beat Chelsea in the final 1-0, adding another trophy to Benzema's collection. Looks as if he didn't actually get a game. Carlos Fierro and Hernandez, by the looks of it, maybe playing up front, but obviously another trophy is exactly what he's looking for. And then the Champions League this year, made it all the way to the final, so another final, but this time losing on penalties after a 3-3 draw. But he did start the game, which is obviously nice to see. So after the first 3 seasons, guys, just to obviously summing up, he's done pretty well, winning 3 Premier League titles in a row and a Capital One Cup as well. Obviously getting to a Champions League final this season and getting beat. If you would perhaps like to see a continuation of this, maybe to the end of his career, then perhaps that's something we can do in the future. But that's it for now, guys. Please like, and I'll catch you next time.